Okay, yeah, I see good response from our students in the chat box. Okay. We have Hanru, Lik Yan, Christine, Jasmine, Weibin, Zhenxie, Junbin, Qianqin, Shunlei, Jackson, Mingzhang, Christian, Jay, Yanni, Jiaji, Wangyin. Okay, and more. Okay, yeah. So during our classes in Microsoft Teams in online, please stay active in your chat box. Okay, I will ask question and refer to the chat box regularly. Okay. All right. So okay. Morning, everyone. Okay. I hope you can see my share screen. I started sharing my screen. So okay, I'm Mr. Roxas Yong. You can call me Mr. Roxas or Mr. Rox. Okay. So will be your lecturer for the from week 3 onwards until end of the semester. Okay. So we'll be teaching you on the software part, okay, of the BIM subject. So meaning is Revit. Okay. So I know today is the Chinese New Year Eve. So because arranging a replacement will be quite difficult for big class, so we remain in this case we remain our class time. So and today is a combined class for Monday and Thursday group. Both shall join this session. So from 9 a.m. So hopefully we'll end around 12. Okay, so means Thursday for Thursday group students, Thursday we will have no class. Okay, we join to the session now, the 2-day session. Okay, so first of all, make sure everyone have joined the Telegram group that we have mentioned, I think mentioned by IR Wong previously. So it was also the Telegram group also shared in our Webull. You make sure everyone you have joined because all the class announcement and some of the links materials will be shared there mainly. So check your Telegram group regularly. Second is Microsoft Teams. So I see this Microsoft Teams, yeah, suppose everyone should have joined here. If any of you have any issue joining either of Teams or Telegram, please let me know soon now. Okay, third is the installation. So as I have shared in Telegram group days ago, last week. So this from today class onwards, week 3 onwards, we will be starting to use the BIM software, which is Autodesk Revit. Okay, so for your information, the Revit software is free for student. There is a education version from Autodesk official website. Okay, I have shared with you the link to access one of the link. Okay, so for student version, you get almost a full feature for 1 year, and then you just need to renew like every year. But when you still having the official Utah email account. So regarding the version, so the version that was used in our computer lab is 2025 2025 version. So the recommended one is you are using to download 2025 also. It's easier for your work continuation. Let's say you work in the lab a PC and then you bring it home and so on. Okay, but most of the time students will bring their own laptop to the lab and then use their own work on their own device. It's more convenient actually. I will need everyone to install it on your device also. Okay, maybe your laptop. Okay, to do your assignment and so on. Okay, don't rely on uh, the campus desktop. So here's something to take note is files that is saved in version, let's say version 2025. Okay? If you have saved the file in 2025, then you bring it to another computer who is using version 2024, which is an older version. Can it open it? Can it open your file that is saved using 2025? Yes or no? Okay. The answer is okay, hold on. So during our Revit, all our upcoming Revit classes from week 3 onwards until week 12, so one thing I will practice every semester is we have an in-class participation score. So when students answer certain questions I have asked in the class, so score will be rewarded if they answer correctly. So this applies to Microsoft Teams also. So when I ask a question, okay, you're highly encourage everyone please on your chat box and answer. Okay, the top okay, the top fastest students, maybe the top 3 and so on, okay, will be rewarded with some score, and then it will contribute to your some marks, okay, by the end of the semester. Okay. So please stay active to answer question. Okay. Just try, no worry, don't feel shy that you answer it wrongly. Okay. No worry. Yeah. So this is about your participation score. Please then this week I will record the score for you. Next week onwards, when we back to physical class, week 4 onwards will be our physical class. So that time we will we have 2 class reps to help us to record, okay, your participation in the class. Let's say I'll give you a name list, and then let's say for example one of the student, let's say okay, Meng In answer the question, then the BIM rep will help to take 1 mark for Meng In in the name list from next week onwards. So next week we'll decide who will be our BIM rep. Okay, please think about it, and you can volunteer also. Okay. And we will discuss on this on next week. Probably I will assign. Okay, so regarding the software, yeah. So just now the question, Okay, the first question of the day about this one. If you have saved your file in version 2025, and then in your another computer is using 2024, can you open the file? Yes or no? Please on the chat box and answer now. No. Okay, good. Fastest one as I see from chat box, Christine, Yongchuan, and Shunlei. Okay, thank you. The answer correct is no, cannot. So you cannot open a, a later version. If you are using old version, you cannot open a later version. Okay, a newer version. So it's more suggested that you use okay, usually in company we will all synchronize using the same version. Otherwise, some people cannot open the file and so on. So in this case, I will suggest everyone we can synchronize using 2025. If you have downloaded 2026, at this stage actually no big issue first, okay? But recommended for 2025. For group work is better. Okay, so a quick okay, anyone has any issue about installation, please type in the chat box now. Let me know, everyone. Okay, because your Revit learning, the software learning, should start from today, and your assignments should start from today also. So I don't want like any students to begin or download or install next week. It's too late. You have to do it now. Settle it now. So quick recap. Let's say you don't have the software yet. Let's say you don't have the software. Simple steps. Okay, go to the link. This link I've shared. Make sure you have a free Autodesk account. Okay, so you confirm eligibility as a student. So and then you can download and install those software. Yeah, you see this screen. Then you can install, choose Revit, this one, okay, and choose your version. So at here, I share with you that education version is 1 year free and it's renewable after you verified. Available in US website, Autodesk US. So not do not use the trial version because trial version only valid for 14 or 30 days for general public. So since you are students, you can enjoy the free 1 year official version, education version. So do notice that there's a difference between Revit and Revit LT. Okay, Revit LT is a light version. So Revit is itself has a complete functions. So you can take note on the reference here. And so we go for Revit. So every week I will share a summary of the points, the topics that we will discuss and learn quite detailed, okay, and in our Telegram group. Okay, so you know where you learn and maybe sometimes where you miss. Okay, so this is about our teaching plan. Okay, the topics is also written. Okay, I have also arranged it and written in your teaching plan that is available in your Rebel. So today, week 3, here's some of the summary of some of the topics. Okay, of course, sometimes you have some switching in between weeks. Okay, so basically week 1, first class in week 3 and week 4, you learn about all the building basic modeling. Okay, and then week 5, you learn about the roofing and more. Week 6 about curtain wall and system, the glass wall, and how to make louvers and so on. And then week 7, learn about staircase. Week 8 about site and topography. So here to take note, in week 8 is our Hari Raya holiday for Muslims. So on that week, the Monday, we are proposed to have no class, which is 23rd March, Monday. So every students on both Monday and Thursday group, please join the class on 26th March. We will combine on Thursday online for both, okay? Or online, similar like today, but we've combined on Thursday online. Please take note. And then week 9, we focus on presentation and renderings, which is on graphics in Revit. Then week 10 will be starting your assignment. It's your end of your assignment 1. It's a submission. And then we'll be starting our assignment 2. So about assignment 2 is about technical part, documentation, technical drawings. So we'll be starting on scheduling, making all the tabulations of the data. And then week 11, your technical drawings, your plan for submission drawing. And then week 12, other tabulations, your schedules, door and window schedules, the templates. And then week 13, about your construction details, and so on. Then will be your submission for assignment 2. Okay, so in total, you will have basically you have two assignment, okay, in this SEM. Actually, it's one. A good thing is it is continuous. You don't have to start everything from nothing, from new. So assignment 2 is a continuation of assignment 1. Okay? But assignment 2 is give you a intro first. It is about technical drawing. So assignment 1 is more about design and modeling. So assignment 1 is break into 2 parts. Okay, one is 1A and 1B. Okay, 1A carry 15 marks, 1B carry 45 marks. So 1A is like a progressive marking. So I'll share more about the assignment brief later. So now please scan your QR attendance. Okay, everyone, please scan your QR attendance. No matter you are Monday group or Thursday group, please scan so that in the system there's a record. I will refer to the record and update accordingly. Let's say you are Thursday group, please scan also. And then I can check in the system. And I will update it for you later. We will refer to our Microsoft Teams attendance in certain cases. If you have, make sure students have a reasonable participation time in Teams. And those that only attend for a few seconds, few minutes, very less minutes, okay, attendance will not be counted. Take note. Okay, make sure everyone you have scanned it. So for your information, if you have missed it, so I'm Mr. Roxas Yong. Okay. So last month I just married. So my wife is also another lecturer in Utah, teaching teaching mathematics subject. Okay, so later we'll have another QR for your tutorial, so don't miss it. I will share later. All right, so since this is online course, I need everyone to pay extra attention, to focus, because everything we learn today onwards will directly use in your assignment. If you miss, then you might miss it in your assignment part, probably. Okay, so do pay attention. Okay, so now everyone, you can start to on your Revit software. So here the screen when you click into it. So first of all, question, why do we need BIM? Why do we need to use BIM? Say some reasons. Okay, say some reasons at the chat box. Everyone on the chat box now, say some reason why do we need BIM? What's the advantage? Compared to conventional or traditional method. Okay, I see response from chat box. Hey everyone. Yeah, students saying more professional. All stakeholders can see a full visualization of the project. We should every role get the latest version of drawing. Okay, awesome. Correct. Okay, so changing Lik Yen, you got it, you got the score. More professional is a bit general. Can you be more specific? AutoCAD is professional also, right? Okay, good try. So basically, okay, I believe previous class we have shared with you about the advantage of using BIM compared to traditional or conventional method using AutoCAD, SketchUp, like multiple software, and so on. Yeah. So when you're using BIM, let me summarize it. Okay, number one is more time saving. Okay, we want to save time. Okay. Number two, okay, so save time means when we can synchronize all the information between the different consultants, different architects within the company, and engineers and QS and so on. And we save time. Okay, we save time on. I no need to spend time on my AutoCAD 2D drawing, and then I spend time again to model it in 3D in my other 3D software like SketchUp and so on. So I only do one model and I got the drawings together. No need to, okay, let's say I have multiple amendment or updates from my client or from the meeting. I no need to keep updating both sides. Okay? So save time, number one. Okay, number 2 is what? More accurate. Okay, we want more accuracy. Okay, and so since the model and the drawing is synchronized, okay, so the information is more accurate. It's always latest. Okay, and between consultants and so on, and it's good for tabulation of data, since the model itself it contain all the calculations. The it's easier to generate those door, let's say the area schedule, the room schedule, the door and window schedules, all the tabulations is easier to generate it from within the BIM software or Revit itself. Okay, more accuracy. And the third, why we want to learn BIM, why you want to learn Revit, third reason. Okay, I will conclude is what? Anyone else want to try? What else key reason we want to learn Revit or learn BIM? Okay, the answer is more opportunity or more money. Okay, very realistic, very practical, more money. Okay, why? Because when you learn one more software, it's like you are learning one more language. Let's say you learn English. So when you master English, you have higher chance to get a better job, better paid, right? Okay, you learn extra language, you learn, let's say Japanese, then you get a chance to work in Japanese, more chance. Okay, so we know that in internationally, okay, let's say for example in Singapore, okay, I heard that all the public projects, the government projects, it is compulsory to use BIM, and they need to submit it in BIM. A BIM model need to be submitted. Okay, so if you have friends working in architecture industry in Singapore, you can check with them and let us know. Let me know. Okay. Yeah. So my friends, my colleagues in Australia, they also many companies is using BIM software like Revit. Okay. So in Malaysia, I could say many of the companies during their interview, they will require their staff, the candidates to ready to use Revit, like they are equipped with Revit skills. Okay. Although maybe the company doesn't have many projects using Revit yet, okay, but they for sure mastering Revit will be a good advantage, okay, for you as an architect or as an engineer. Okay, um, in real industry, okay, in Malaysia, maybe BIM projects takes still less than it's about 20% or 30% of the share. Okay, but okay, as I said, if you learn this, okay, potentially you can get a have a higher chance to be hired or get a better pay in the future. Okay, so once I attended I listened a talk by a famous star architect in Malaysia, a local architect, okay, famous architect. Okay. Um, she's a bamboo expert in Malaysia, okay, to design building using bamboo and so on. Okay, award-winning architect. So I was surprised in a sharing. The architect says that in her company is a woman. Okay, in her company, she keep her company the scale or the team. She keep the team small. Okay, so when she's hiring, she has a requirement which is um, everyone need to learn to use Revit because uh, her team is small and um, everyone will be building on the same file, same project. So they will have a same language together. Will be effective to complete projects with a small team. Okay, so they don't need another people that focus on render only. Okay, and another staff focus on 3D modeling, and the staff focus on uh, uh, construction drawings. No need. Okay, they just want every staff. She just require every staff to master Revit, then they can do the works, all of them, okay, from A to Z. So the architect, the star architect is architect Elina Jamil. Yeah. Okay. So this shows the importance of it. Yeah. I was surprised to hear this in that talk. Okay. So here's the three main reason I have summarized why we need to learn BIM, okay, and Revit. So Revit is one of the BIM software. Another BIM software is like ArchiCAD. Okay, so Autodesk Revit is a more popular one in the Malaysia and so on internationally. So we'll master this Revit. So here I will show you some quick examples, preview of what we can do in Revit. So this is some of the work done by my previous students, which is your seniors years ago. Okay, so this was 2024, okay, 2 years ago. Yeah, so in Revit, okay, we can do drawings. Okay, this is presentation drawings. We can do technical drawings as well. Okay, all your plans, okay, with all the hatching and textures, and then your section, okay, with the beam, foundation, the grids. Okay, yeah, this is just example of showing you what we can do in Revit. Okay, not about assignment yet. Not yet about assignment. So with the color and shadow, it's quite presentable, and background, okay, and we can create some sectional perspective, 3D sections, okay, some exploded diagrams showing each level, some room sections. Yeah, okay, this is what you learn in this course in this semester, okay, using Revit to produce this kind of drawing and 3D. Yeah. So we can make perspective. So all this is rendered in Revit itself. Okay, it doesn't require any other software. No need Photoshop also. Okay, in this case, so just Revit, one software. Okay, no need SketchUp, no need AutoCAD, just Revit in this case. Okay, another students, another work. Yeah, okay, this is award-winning students. Won the award of Nippon Paint Asia Young Designer Award. Okay, this is one of his submission, like during the BIM class, during our BIM subject, yeah, assignment. Okay, 3D sections. Okay, exploded diagrams. Okay, you even can do the board arrangement. you can do some board poster composition, the board arrangement, and your poster A1 size board in Revit. Okay, so probably doesn't need Photoshop. Okay. It has the basic functions lah. Okay. But of course, you want to go for advanced editing, you go for Photoshop and others. Okay, but that's not necessary. Okay, another students also award-winning students. Okay. He designed the facade. Okay. Something quite outstanding, quite unique, different from others. Okay. 3D sections with good lighting, and you can see. So with the design senses, they're not only a typical model, typical house like that with 4 walls, okay, but you can see the space quality and so on. Okay, yeah, very nice design facade. Okay, there are many more good examples. Okay, I will show you in the upcoming classes. Okay, when we come to that project. And this is just an overview. Okay, well, for your assignment 2 later, I think from week 10 onwards is about your technical drawings and so on. So this is a quick uh, overview or quick glimpse of what we will do from week 10 onwards. Okay, we have your technical floor plans with all the specifications and the technicality of it, the symbols, okay, the labelings. Okay, it's a multiple story later, you know, roof plan, ceiling plan. Okay, this is from week 10 onwards. Okay, we can do diagrams to explain the area, the room. Okay, we will be able to generate the room schedule or the schedule of area and from our 3D model. So means we no need to type this and measure this one by one. Okay, in a few clicks, it will generate out this table, and this table will always stay updated based on your 3D model. Okay, you no need to update this manually. The number. Okay, also like schedule door and window legend or schedules can be generated also to tabulate the quantity and so on of the door and window, all the components and so on. Okay, section, quite good sections. Technical elevations. And you have a roof to foundation detail, construction detail. Okay, yeah, we will do this in by the end of the semester. Okay, around week 12. Okay. Another example from another students. Okay, your roof to foundation detail. Okay. So all this is actually is one project. Okay. It's a one same building at one same site. So we just focus on different part of it. Okay, other detailing. Yeah. Okay, this is the way I like to share with my students, like by the end of the semester of this course, okay, what you will learn. Okay, maybe even more than this, okay, better than this. This is just some of the example only. Okay, so welcome back. So now, believe everyone you have are already running your Revit. Okay, if you have any issue, please tell us as soon as possible today. If you have any Revit issue, okay. So for information, any question, please ask in the group, in our Telegram group. Okay, if you have question during the class, you can ask in the Teams also when we have online class. Okay. Ask immediately. I will refer it regularly. So avoid to PM or private message. Okay, we want everyone to learn from it. So if you are not confident, please discuss with your friends first. Then you can ask together also can in the Telegram group. Okay, we will respond usually in the office hour, okay, during the office hour. So avoid private message and avoid texting at the night time and so on. Okay, so when we are here, let's go for a sample project first. So you can see there's a sample architecture project. Look at this sample architecture project. This is a sample provided by Autodesk for you to have a brief understanding on it. So I click this. So for information, I think from 2025 onwards, we started to have our civil engineer students here. Okay, welcome civil engineer students. Previously, all the while, this course is for architecture students. It is a compulsory subject for architecture students in their year 3. So from I think 2025 onwards, I based on industry visitation and so on for accreditation. So I was informed by the department that the civil engineer department they want to open this course as an elective subject for the civil students also. Okay, because the external examiner or the panelists they say, why the civil students then there is no Revit cost, BIM cost for the civil students. Okay, and so then, yeah, now in every semester, basically, we open certain slots, limited slots for civil engineer students. Okay, so our course will be I will take examples most of the time using architecture projects, okay, from the architecture perspective. So for engineer students, it will be fruitful for you, I believe. You can, in this semester, in your elective subject, you can have a different perspective. You will learn from, like, potentially you have more opportunity in the future. Maybe you're gonna design partially or design your own uh, maybe in future you involved in some design projects potentially, okay? Then you have the experience. Okay, so from this sample project provided by Autodesk, okay, we will just use it for testing. Okay, so firstly, I'm using my mouse to move around here. Okay, if you
you see you have a project browser. Project browser. Okay, this is the project browser. So I will click and drag this, click and hold this, and drag it to the right hand side and release it. And then it will snap to the right hand side. So on the left hand side, I have this properties window. Okay, I will click and drag this to the left edges so that you can see it's highlighted in blue, and it will snap it to the left hand side. So I have left and right, so it's easier to recognize when you're learning. Also, this is my layout, you can follow. So this is what if you have missing properties and project browser, where to find it? Let's say your project browser is missing, your properties is missing. Okay, so where to find it? Go to view. Okay, you can see user interface, this one near the last, almost the last button, user interface. Then you can on properties. There you go, and you can on project browser. There you go. Okay, so this all the tools here at the top bar, we call this a ribbon. Okay, let's say your ribbon is missing. How? Okay, you go to view, but you cannot see the tools. How? So there's a up icon here, up arrow icon here. You can click it a few times until it shows up all the tools like this. Okay, so for me, I will remain it as this layout, this interface, so that easier for you to pick what tools you want. Easier for me to show. Okay, then we have canvas theme. Okay, some students, yours is in a black color mode. Okay, so if you want to switch it, you can switch it here, canvas theme. This is just to changing the canvas itself, black and white. If you want to change all the tools in a dark mode, okay, you go to another place called File, Option, okay, File Options, and then Graphics, not graphics, sorry, Colors, okay. This UI active theme, you can change. Let's say I change to dark. I mean, you can switch. Maybe you feel that dark is too dark. I mean, you feel afraid of dark. Maybe then you switch to light version. Okay, colors like. Okay, so from the project browser, you will see, let's say, floor plans. Okay, so you can, let's say I try with L1. So I double click this. It will open up a new window to show L1 or level 1. This is about floor plans. Okay, so I can expand or minimize this. Okay, you can try with other views. So also, when you look at 3D views, you can open the last one, this one in the bracket, 3D in the bracket. This is the 3D overall view, overall 3D view. Okay, overall 3D view. So another shortcut to go to the overall 3D view is this button, the default 3D view at the top. You see a little house icon. So you can click this. Let's say I close this, I click this little house. It's a shortcut to go to the overall 3D view. Okay, you will see other, you can try with other views like looking at the sections, detail view, rendering, and so on. Okay, this is section. Okay, you can look at the schedule also, like tabulation. Let's say area schedule or door schedule or the data. Room schedule. Okay, and the sheets. This is about putting them, for the sheets is putting them in the let's say the A1 size paper, okay, in with the template, with your office template and so on, company template. Okay, this is in A1 paper. So all views can be reached at the project browser. Okay, this goes to all the views, including, let's say you have rendering views also. Okay, rendered view. So let's say you have on many windows. So you can click this expand button to see other window that is hidden. Okay. If you have on too many, you want to close all, you can just close. Okay, it doesn't matter. It will not close the whole project. You just close this view. Just close this view. If you find that you close it one by one, it's time consuming, then is there any way to close all of them in one click? Just one click to close all of them. Any way to do this? The answer is yes. You go for this. Close inactive views. Close inactive view at the top here. So when you click this, it will close all the other view except the one that is active, like you are opening. Like try this, 1, 2, 3. So all other is closed except this. So this you don't close. If the last one you don't close, okay, because when you close, it will need you to save the project. Otherwise, you close the file. Okay, so now let us go to, okay, so when I'm in floor plan, I use my middle mouse view roller, middle mouse roller to zoom in and zoom out. To zoom in and zoom out, middle mouse view, the roller. Okay, then you can hold your middle mouse view, your middle mouse button to drag to the left, up, down, left, right. Okay. We call this, we pan your camera, pan your camera. You can try this in 3D view also. So how to go to 3D view? So I click this default 3D view at the top. Okay, so zoom in, zoom out using middle mouse view, and then click the middle mouse view to pan left and pan right. So how to orbit, like move your camera around something. So firstly, you select one thing first that you want to stay at the center of the movement. Then you can hold shift button on your keyboard, shift button, okay? With the middle mouse wheel, you drag it, the middle mouse wheel with the shift together. Then you can orbit around. We call this orbit. You orbit around something. Okay. Let's say I pick one of the component. Let's say a tree. I pick one of the tree. Okay, then I can orbit around the tree now by holding Shift and the middle mouse button. Okay, now let's type UN on our keyboard. UN, United Nations. Okay, UN on the keyboard. It is a shortcut to the project unit. So every time as a group practice, we will check our project unit whether is it using the correct project unit. Okay. So currently, this sample project is using feet or, or not using mm. And so just for your information, for our project, we will use mm. In future, you can change it here. Okay, you can change, let's say, distance. You want to change it to mm, you can do it here in the future. Okay, decimal place, symbol is available here in UN. The shortcut key is UN. So during the class, I will share with you some of the shortcut key that we always like to use. So you can take note, write it down for your future. You can use it. It's faster. UN, project unit. Okay, so now I have, in this case, I will on my 3D views and my site plan view. How to go to site plan? Okay, you will see at the project browser here, there's a floor plans in the bracket site plan. So you open a site plan. You want to test to move something and to split our screen. So other views, you can close it. I just want to on site plan and the 3D view, two of these. Site plan and 3D view. Okay, so for the site plan, you can on, currently you see it's just black and white, right? Okay, how to on color? You can go to the bottom left here at the third or the second symbol here, second icon here. You click this. Okay, never mind. This one I will share later. Okay, currently it's gray off. I will share in maybe in the coming classes. Okay, so we have two of these on already. Okay. So can we split our screen into half? Can we split screen? Want to see both views at the same time? How? The answer is yes. How to split? We will go for WT. Okay. The shortcut key to split screen is WT. Okay. So means you can split it half in this case because I have two views open, so it will split into half, into two. If I have four views open, four windows, then it will split it into four, divided into four. Okay, so once you have opened this, maybe you have zoomed in too close already. So how to zoom up or zoom fit to the screen. How to zoom fit to the screen. Let's say you have zoomed in too close, or maybe you have zoomed up too far away. How to zoom fit just nice to the screen size? The answer is double click in that window, double click your middle mouse button. Double click. Okay, then it fit to that window size. Okay, one more time, I show example. Let's say this is the drawing, maybe too far away. They will zoom fit to your window size. So you double click your middle mouse button on it. It is same as ZA on your keyboard. It's the same. Z for zebra, ZA. ZA is a zoom fit. Okay, shortcut key. Okay, do your notes for these things if you find it is useful. So just now, how to split screen? We click WT. WT stands for wall tiles, wall tiles. So it's like tiling. Okay. Then I double click my middle mouse button to fit it, to see both at the same time. Okay. How to switch it back if I don't want split screen? I can click TW. Okay. Just terbalik it, or just now was WT, now TW, then it becomes no longer splitting. Okay, so we can test with this. So now I try to select one of the three. Okay, one of the three. When something is selected, it will be highlighted in blue. So for this tree here, I can zoom in the side plan. There are some firecrackers. Okay, we will try to finish before 11:30. Okay, so when I selected these trees in the plan, you'll see it's highlighted in blue also. Okay, it's in this circle line, for example. Okay, so what if I move it? I move it in the plan. What happened in the 3D? I move this towards the road, so you can see in 3D it updates also. Okay, what if I move it in the 3D? I move it in 3D. In the plan, it will be updated also. Okay? Yeah. So this is synchronized. Okay. I will not move other things first. Okay. Because we will cover this in the future class. Okay? So when you select anything, okay, it will show its properties specifically to that things. Let's say I select the whole. I select the canopy, the pergola. So it will show the properties of the pergola. I select the wall. It will show the properties of the wall. Depends on what I've selected. So the properties will keep changing. Okay. I select the trees, and the shrub, it will show the shrub. So when I select nothing, I just click outside the empty space. I just click the empty space, or press escape. I select nothing. Then it shows the properties of this view. Let's say the active one is the 3D view. Okay, so when I click this is the active one. Then it shows the properties of this site plan view. Okay, when I'm selecting nothing, yeah, it shows the properties of this view. Okay, I'm trying to open another view now. Let's say the elevation view. So you can see it open up here. If you want to combine them, don't want to split it, you can click TW. I will ask this in next class. Okay, probably. So remember to answer it fastest next class. So yeah, we see the leveling line and so on. Okay, in the elevation view. Okay, so next we're gonna start a new project, a blank project soon now. So we no need to save this. I can close this. Before we close this, one more thing is, let's say I'm in my 3D view. I'm in 3D view. So currently it's a color view, right? You can see the color. So what if you want to change it to black and white? You can look at the icon I introduced just now. The second symbol here is a cube. You can click this and say hidden line. Then it shows just black and white. Black and white mode. Okay. And if you go for just now was originally was shaded. And this is back to the color mode. Okay. If you go for texture or realistic, if you give more realistic texture to your material, like maybe your brick. Yeah, you can see when you zoom in, you can see the texture of it. Maybe your concrete or your grass, you can see the texture of it. Okay, when you are using texture, your timber, flooring, and so on. This is in texture view. And you can switch it here for your 3D views. And you can on off the shadow on the fourth icon here. Currently it's on the shade. I think the shadow you can try. This is shadow on. You can see there's a darker tones of shadow here. Okay. This is shadow on, and this is, I click this once again to off the shadow. This icon. Okay, not the third one. Third one is sun path. If you accidentally on this, you can click it once again to off it for the sun path. Okay, now we don't need to save this. I will close off them. To close all inactive views, we can click this. Okay, and then we click this once more to close the project. Okay, I say no. So now we'll start our new project. Okay, I will send you an image here. Send now. Okay, I've sent you in Telegram group an image in JPEG file. It's a JPG file image. So everyone, please go to download it because we're gonna import this drawing into our Revit to start our project, our assignment from nothing, okay? From blank, from new project. Okay, so I have closed the project just now. We are here. So now let's start with, we go to new, you create new project. Okay. Choose the models, new models, not the family. Okay, not family. New project, new models, this one. Okay, then under here, new project, you go to look for architecture template. Okay, if you did not find architecture template, you can go to look for default template or metric template. Metric, make sure you choose the metric if you don't have architecture template. Okay. So architecture template, and then this just remain as create new project. And then we say, okay. So I remind here is either architecture or metric template you choose. Okay, so here I introduce to you the assignment 1, the part A, part 1A, okay, assignment 1A, the first part. Okay, I will share this brief with you in a group later. Okay. So assignment, you have in total you have assignment 1 and assignment 2, two assignment as I introduced just now. So for 1 you have 1A and 1B. Okay, 1A is a progressive marking back. Okay, so it will be assessed I think in week 5. Okay, if no issue, and then so assignment 1 is about making a single story layout. So what is that? Okay. So you know that when you come to work in the industry, okay, one of the project you you might frequently be involved is residential project. Okay, we know that everyone is aiming to buy the house and so on. Someone is even more than a house, a few house. So housing project is one of the most highly demanded. Okay, one. So we will learn on this. We'll get introduced to this, get involved in this kind of project, housing project. So 1A is doing a single story layout first. So student is required to use Revit to import the 2D base plan given. Okay, 2D base plan given to model a 3D building based on the floor plan given. So the 2D base plan is the one I share in Telegram. This one, 2D base plan. Okay, this is the base plan. This is unfinished. This is unfinished drawing. Is did halfway, maybe not even half. Okay, it's done partially only. So you will continue it, like connecting the lines, like continue the drawing, continue the design. Okay, so point number 2, student is required to use Revit. Take note, use Revit. Okay, to apply their design skills to improvise and customize 20 to 30% of the given floor plan. Okay, so you are required to improve or to continue to develop this drawing, this unfinished drawing, like 1/3 of it, almost 30%, okay, 20 to 30%. So including by modifying the grid, minorly, grid and structure is minorly. So you need to improve the space layout, the arrangement of the space. So you're gonna decide like where's the kitchen, where's the toilet, okay? All the necessity of a house, of a single story house. Okay, you have bedrooms, you have living room, dining area, and so on. Space layout, you're gonna define it because in this plan given, it is not defined yet. Okay, so it's leave it to you. It gives rooms to you to define it, and then positioning the furniture and selection of material. Okay, so this is included in the main task. Then you create 3D views and plan view to show it, to show your idea, your design. So student will be assessed based on your space planning, like positioning of your bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living area, and so on, or the necessity of a single story house, and then your furniture placement, and then your wall, column, floor, door, and window placement, and your customization, your manipulation of it. Does it follow the proper size and so on? And then the color and material selection of your views, your 3D. Okay, so these are the things that you're gonna deliver. So we will assess this. You will submit this by week 5. Week 5. Okay. So you have 2 to 3 weeks time by end of week 5. Okay, so you will submit your Revit file in the format of RVT. The proper format of Revit file is RVT. Okay. Take note. And in the JPEG file, the image file of the 3D views. Okay, I will talk about this in the upcoming classes, okay, isometric and perspective views. Okay, I'll talk about this more later. The rendering is not required yet in this submission, so it doesn't have to be realistic visual and so on. No need first. The roof and ceiling is not required yet in this submission. Fencing, side context, landscape is not required yet in this submission. Okay, that all this will be in the second part of the assignment 1. Assignment 1B. Okay, assignment 1B will need this. 1A is all this is no need first. Okay, in these reminders, take note. Okay, so let's go to our base plan to start. Okay, make sure you have downloaded this. Okay, so firstly, I will go to insert, okay, and then import image. So how to import a drawing, let's say it's in image format, into Revit, let's say in an image drawing like this. Okay. Imagining you are working in a company, maybe during your industrial training, okay, or when you get graduated. So in the company, the boss tell you, let's say, boss say, hey, Junbin, for example, Junbin. So we got a project, Revit project. Okay, you know Revit, right? I saw in your CV during the interview. You say you are good in you are good in Revit. So we got a project. The client have the building partially done. Okay, so now they want to do the project is kind of abandoned. Now they want to continue the project, continue developing it or renovate it. So this is the current measurement we have, or current layout we have, done partially by other colleagues maybe last time. Okay, so now you're going to continue this project to finish it in Revit. Okay, so this is the clue. This is the drawing that was given. So we're going to continue from here. So here comes this, the beginning of this assignment 1A. This is very realistic project, okay? Practical. So make sure you equip with the skills and you come to work soon, okay, in the future. Okay, so the measurements are given, so you can do minor adjustment, okay, on, as written in the brief, 20 to 30%. Okay, so how to import it into our Revit? First step, okay, let us go to insert and then click import image. Then you go to find where have you downloaded the file. Okay, I know this is my base plan. Okay, so I will copy this address. I click here, copy this address, and I paste it here. I click enter. So it brings me to this folder. Okay, and then I select the image, the JPEG image, BIM assignment 1A 202602, this semester intake, and then base plan version 1. I say open. Okay, then you can place it, click to place it somewhere near the middle. Okay, then before you start anything, go to type UN on your keyboard, check your project units. UN for United Nations is shortcut key for project units. Check your distance or length. Okay, let's say length, whether is it in mm, correct? Okay, yeah, 0 decimal symbol is optional, up to you. Area is in meter square meters. Okay, with the symbol. Okay, other can remain. Just check, is it in mm or meter? Okay. We want to use the metric system. We don't want to use the imperial system. We don't want it in feet or inch. Okay, after you check project unit, then what is next? Okay, we want to start to um, trace or model it. But however, when we want to trace or model it, we will find that we don't know whether this image, because it's a JPEG image, whether the size is correct, the scale is correct. Okay. Because this depends on the resolution. If it is a HD image, then it's very big. If it is a low res, then it's small. So it doesn't show the actual distance, right? Let's say here shows uh, uh, 13,000 mm, 13826 mm. It doesn't reflect the actual measurements in if it is an image. Okay, it's not to scale. Okay, so how we can ensure it is to scale, how we can adjust it to make it to scale. So now we're gonna scale this image. We're gonna scale this image, how to scale it. Okay, you can just ignore the 6 bubbles first, this icon. I drag it to the side. I want to scale this image, make it correct to scale first. So how to scale the image? Okay, firstly, I will take one of the longest measurement for reference. Okay, let's say this 13826 is upside down. Okay, 13826. So I want to draw a line that is truly 13826. This is step number 1. Draw a line that is truly follow the measurement. Okay, how to draw a line? You use a command called DL, donkey donkey line. Okay, DL. DL stands for detail line actually. Okay, DL is used to draw 2D line. 2D line is same as you go to annotate, then detail line is the same thing. Okay, the shortcut key, as you can see in the bracket, is called DL. DL. Okay, another tools you can use is model line. Also can to draw line. A model line is 3D line. Okay, so never mind, either one you can use it. Let's say I go for model line first. I click to start to draw a line. You can see it here in green now. So I click to start, and then before I click to end it, I type on my keyboard 13826 based on this the actual measurement, and then I click enter. Okay, then I click escape to finish it. So you select this line and you'll find that this is the actual 13826 mm. Supposed to be this long, not this. Okay, then I move this to the beginning point of this. Okay, you can use your arrow button, the arrow key, I call it the up down left right button on your keyboard. The arrow key. You can use the arrow key to move it. Okay, so I want to align the starting point with this line. Okay, as close as possible. It will not snap to it because this is an image. Okay, but I can make it as close as possible. So you can see the green line a little bit is actually here, from here to here, the green line, my model line or detail line. Okay, so I have done the step number 1. I draw the line and position it, a line here. The starting point is a line. So, and then now the step number 2. I will go to click modify under the modify tab, this one. Then I click the scale button, this one. Somewhere near the middle here. So I click scale, and then you pick the starting point. Okay, sorry, you pick the image first before you click the scale button. So I select the image. The image now is in blue bracket. Okay. Then I click the scale button. Okay, then we choose the starting point of the line just now that we draw. Okay, I click here. Then I click second time where it stops based on the image. Okay, based on the drawing given, it stops here. I click this for the second time, and I click for the third time. The last time is the actual measurement 13826 here. My green line actually stopped here just now. So it will snap to it because this is a line I draw in Revit itself. Okay. So I click here. So 3, 2, 1. So this happens. Now the drawing is scaled down. Is reduced by its size. I Control Z. Before is this. After is this. Okay. You can use Control Z to undo, Control Y to redo. So now when I select this green line, I know it's a bit hard to be seen. It's thin. Okay, this green line. So is same length with the drawing given. So this drawing is now to scale already. Okay, from this point to this point is correct, 13826 already. So we have scaled the drawing properly already. Okay, you are given some time to follow these steps, to try it now on your laptop, on your device. Do it now, everyone. Import your image and then scale the image, scale the drawing. Okay, by first step is you draw a proper line. I repeat, okay, you draw a proper line using model line or detail line, either one. Then you click to start. You click to start, and then you type the measurement. Let's say 13826. You click enter. Yeah, and then you select the line, click the line to select, and then you move it to align the starting point with the grid, the first grid here. Okay. Yeah, you put it on the position. Then you select the image. Then you go to the modify tab. Then you click the scale button here. Then you pick the starting point. You pick the ending point in the reference image, and then you click the actual ending point of your line. Then you have scaled the image properly. So now everyone is given 5 minutes to try this on your device. Okay, please try. If you have any issue, you can ask at the chat box now. All right, welcome back. Okay, so at this point, you should have, just now you're given time to scale the drawing, the base plan. Now let's start with adding the grids, drawing the grid lines. So how to draw grids in Revit? I go to the architecture tab, you can see grid here. Grid. So I click the grid. You can click the starting point, okay, and then click one more time to end it. Okay, one more time. The second line, I click the starting point. And then I click one more time to finish it. So the bubble will happen at the ending of it, this case. Okay, so you continue your part. Then same to the horizontal one. So I click. Okay, so for the horizontal one, you can name it, let's say, yeah, another side you can name it as following the alphabetical order. Okay, then read again. Here, go for B. C, D. For grid, actually, you can use the copy. You can use the copy method also. You can select and press CC on your keyboard. CC stands for copy, the same as this one in the modify tab. Okay. You can press CC on your keyboard or CO, either one. Then you can click and then to move and then click one more time to stop it. So this is quite brilliant. You just have to rename the first one and the remaining will follow according to the order. You no need to rename every one of them, like in AutoCAD. Okay, for the grid, is more information about grid. You can see it could have elbow. Let's say if you select this, there's an icon here you can click to add elbow. Okay, this is elbow. In some cases, if it is too congested, then you can use elbow, or you can combine it back. Then it becomes single line. So let's say in some cases the student say, "Hey, Mr. Rocks, why my bubbles is missing, or my bubbles is happening on the other side? Do I need to redraw it?" The answer is no need. You just have to select the grid line. You can tick here. There's a tick box here. You can tick here. Then it switch to here. Here you just untick it. Untick. Okay. For information, this grid line, there's a handle here. You can move them. They can be moved together, aligned. So it's quite smart in terms of the controlling. So when you are drawing grid, you can see not only straight grid, in future, maybe curved grid is used in maybe some of your under your own project. Okay? In future, you may use this. There are also multi-segment grid. In some cases, you can see grid maybe that has some angle. Okay, has angle. As you can see, when you move your mouse near to the tools, there's a introduction brief there. Okay, a preview. So this is an angled brief, angled grid. So I can click this, and then click finish. Every time I need to edit with the finish button here, the green tick, okay, to say yes, okay, to finish edit. Otherwise, it will be in the editing mode. So this is angle grid in the future. Okay, is maybe it's not used in this assignment, just for knowledge. Okay, so next is about the measurement. So we already draw the grid, but we are not sure is it accurate. Sometimes we have some inaccuracy, right? Okay, so in this case, I just need to position my very first line as accurate as possible. I zoom in, and then I use my arrow key to slightly move it, so to make it as accurate as possible. Then the subsequent line, I can how to adjust. Okay, let's say line B. Okay, in this case, I have fixed my line A position is correct. So I choose my line B, for example. Now, when I'm selecting my line B, you can see there's a blue numbers here. This is the current measurement. So we can click the blue number. When the number is in blue, we can click it and change it to the actual measurement 4870. So I click the blue number here, then 4870, enter. Yeah, so to change it now, it's precise to 4870. Same goes to here. Okay, so here they are supposed to have a grid, but without bubble. Okay, so I will add one more grid, but without bubble. Somewhere here, I press escape, then I can click this. I can click the handle here to extend it. Okay, then I can click this tick box to remove the bubble. Okay, and then so now I click the grid B, grid B, grid B. Then you can see the measurement here again. Yeah, sorry, you click the new grid that you have drawn just now. Okay. When you want to move something, you select it. Then it will shows up this blue dimension, blue numbers here. Then you can move it. Okay. When you change, this line will move. The other line will not move. It only move the line that you have selected. So I select this line, it will move this line. So as let's say here 2460. Change to 2460, enter. And then the subsequent one, I need to select this line because I want to move this. I want to fix it. Okay. So I want to move this. I pick this line, and here is 4440. I am referring to here. And then I select the subsequent line, 1515, enter. And then the subsequent line, 1620, enter. So every horizontal grid is correct now. It's precise now. So do this similarly to your vertical grid. Okay, position the first one as accurate as possible by zooming in into it. Okay, it's quite precise. And then the second one supposed to be 3340. Okay, so I pick this. Yeah, 3340 is already accurate. Okay, it's correct. 3340. How about the third one? Now you need to sum up this. Sum up this and this. Okay, so you do it accordingly. I will not repeat every steps in detail. Okay. It will take long time otherwise. Okay, so you do it in detail. So assuming my grid is done, it's finished. Next, you will go to rename your level 0. Okay. In Malaysia, we will not name it as level 0. We will name it as level G. So you right-click the levels at your floor plan here. You rename it. You say level G. Okay. Then you click enter. It says, do you like to rename the corresponding level? And view, you say yes. So that in section elevation, all will follow the naming as level G. So we say yes here. Okay, level G now. You can see level G. Okay, I don't want to see level 0, and I don't want to see you are starting with level 1. We do it in Malaysia context, start with level G. Okay, then now you can look at the elevation. Let's say we go for east elevation. Yeah, you can see level G, level 1. Okay, now in the elevation, you can see the leveling line, the existing leveling line. Okay, so for the how high you want your each level to be or your wall to be, okay, here you can change it. Maybe the existing one you can see is 4,000. So maybe your project you want to make it into 3.5 meter. So how to change it? You want to change your floor to floor level to 3.5 meter instead of 4. Okay, 4 is quite high actually. So to change it, I will in elevation view, any of the elevation view you do, I pick the level 1 line, for example. Then I can click this number. I can change it to 3500. I can click this number here also can. Okay, double click it. I say 3500, enter. So now my level 1 will, or my wall height, I mean my floor to floor height will change to 3.5 meter in every elevation. You synchronize. How to add dimension? Okay, to add dimension, you can click this align dimension. This is a shortcut key, align dimension, or it's the same as you go to annotate. Align is the same thing, align dimension. This is here is a shortcut. Okay? So I can click align dimension. I can click from grid to grid. Here you can add the dimension. And then you end it by clicking outside the empty space here. Okay? Same to my horizontal grid. I click grid by grid, one by one, click it. And then to end it, I click the empty space outside to finish it. Okay? I can click double layer of grid by adding the overall one. So I click the first one and then the last one. Then I click the outside space. So you can see this is the overall 14905. Is it tally here? It's not shown here. This is to add dimension. Okay, for the grid, you doesn't have to follow exactly like what I'm showing here in the class now because I'm doing it fast. Okay, you do it in detail, you can add more or do some improvement. Complete it. Remember that this drawing isn't complete. So if you follow it blindly, then it's gonna be some issue. Okay, it's incomplete. You're gonna improvise it based on your knowledge, that you have learned in the previous classes or previous subject, other subject, okay, drawing subject, and so on. So because this is not a drawing class, this is not a technical or design drawing class. So we will not teach drawing one by one from A to Z. No. Okay, this is a software learning class. So you can apply or learn what you learned previously on your drawing in other subject. Okay. Okay, next, assuming we have done the grid and the dimensions, next we're gonna start to add column. Okay, how to add column? So for column, I will go to architecture, column, and then we go for let's go for structural column first. Okay, structural column. And you will see there is no, we want to do take note that this is a RC construction building using reinforced concrete. So in this case, we'll use reinforced concrete column, RC column. So but when I go for architecture column and structural column, I see no RC column here. There's only an I-beam column here, a steel beam, a steel column. So how to add more varieties at here? How to find the RC options at here? In this case, okay, we go to click insert load family. This one, insert load family. When you are in insert load family, it brings you to a folder called UK folder. Okay, and at here, when you go to this, you can see many folders, and you find columns folder here. I click this, and I'm looking for this one, rectangular column. Okay, sorry, for structural column, you have to go to structural column folder. Okay, this one is different. This one is architecture column. Okay, let's try with this one first, structural column. Then we go for concrete. Yeah, then you can look for concrete, rectangular, or square, either one. Here, let's say I start from rectangular, then I say open. Then now when you expand this, you can see you have concrete rectangular column here with a few options of dimension. Let's say I choose this, then you can see I have a column icon here. I just place it randomly first outside. Control Z. Yeah, I place it here. Not visible. Okay, yeah, I found some. We identified some issue here. Okay, so previously we see there's the 4 bubbles here, right? Okay. So just now I tried to put in the columns and the grid, but I can't see it in the elevation and so on in other view. So now we are trying to fix this. Okay. So now I will move my bubbles. There are 4 bubbles here. Okay. I will move all of them to around my building and move this. So how to move this? I will click to make a bracket, click to make a bracket, okay, and then I move this to the top of it. One more time, I click and make a bracket, click and drag to make a bracket. Then I move this to the right hand side. I click and drag to make a bracket to the left hand side, and same to the bottom one. So these 4 bubbles must be around my building, outside my building. Okay. And when you select, make sure you don't select it by single click. Okay. You will miss something because there are some hidden line and so on. So you make a big bracket to select it. So now when you go to your elevation, you should have seen the vertical grids and so on, and the columns you can see now. Okay. For the leveling, I will go to the 3D view. I will expand this. I will move this here to our area. Yeah, so then I will align the lines in the elevations. I will align the lines here, like handles. Okay. Okay, go to each of our elevation view, and you can adjust the leveling line and the grid line so that is proper, something like this. Okay. Both level G and level 1 is aligned, and you see the vertical grid line now. Okay, so when I'm in my column here, just now the column can't be seen. Why? Okay, because I go to structure, column, I go to architecture, structural column. Okay, then I choose this concrete rectangular column. Okay, here I need to change it to height, otherwise it go underground. Okay, I change to height, just now was in depth. Okay, and then I go to connect to level 1. Otherwise it's undefined. Connect to level 1. So now I can do the placement of my columns. You can visualize it here. Okay, the placement of column I just randomly place first. Okay, or you can hit space bar on your keyboard to switch the direction of the column. Okay, and you can't see the color yet, right? Okay, if you want to visualize the color, you can change here at the second icon here to shaded. Then you can see it in gray color. It's more easier to identify. Okay, so if I want to place this column, it will be seems too big, right? Seems too big to put it in the wall, to flush it in the wall. So how to customize the size of my column? Answer is we go to edit type here. Edit type, we can customize the column size. Click edit type, and then here you can see the dimension. Okay, but before we change, if we change it, we will override this. They all will follow the latest dimension. But if I don't want to change this, I want to create a new type of column. Okay, so how to do this? We'll click duplicate. Okay, to create a new type, you don't want to disturb the existing one. So we create a new type by clicking 150 by, let's say, 300. And then you put your name in short form. Okay, for example, okay, everyone need to follow, you put your own name in short form, because when you submit your Revit file, we might check on this. Do you do the naming correctly by your own? Okay, then we say okay. So you have just done the naming of it, a new type of column now. You have named it. Okay, put your own signature, your own short form of name here. Then now you change the measurement accordingly. Let's say 150, so that it's flush with the wall thickness, and then by 300. Then we say okay. So now you can see when you place the column, it's in this size, it's smaller, right? It's 150 by 300. As you can see, the options is here. You have just created your own option. Okay, so now the next step is place your column on the accordingly. Okay, so one of the tasks for today's class is make sure you have imported an image, you have drawn the grid accordingly, and then you place in the column and the wall as well. Column and the wall. Okay, so you can see my column is placed here, for example. Okay, one more example, maybe my column is at here. Okay, so you place in your column accordingly, completely. I'll not show this every details every step in the class. You do it, you continue it. Yes, I will delete it. Okay. Next task you need to show. Okay. You have your columns done, placement. Okay. Then is your wall. How about your wall? How to add your wall? Once you have done your column, how to add your wall? Okay, how to add wall? So for wall, you go to architecture, wall, architecture wall, this one. This one. And then at here, you expand this. You go to look for you're going to look for a wall. Let's say an external wall, this one. Okay, 215. I just pick a wall that looks simple, is wall external. FND is foundation, so don't pick it. RET is retaining wall. So go to look for an external wall, EXT, but it looks simpler in layer. No worry, just later we'll modify it. So I pick this wall. If you draw, you can see it's in, let's say it's in red, and you can see the layering here now. Okay, so how to modify the wall? How to customize the wall? Let's say this wall currently is 215 in thickness. Okay, but we want our wall to be thinner. Let's say this 215 is thicker, right? It's too thick. It's not. Okay, we want it to be 150, standardize it. So how to make our wall to become 150? Architecture. So the answer is similarly, we go to click edit type. Edit type. And then this is the existing setting. We don't want to replace or override this. So we click duplicate to create our own type. We rename it. So we say 150 and then your name in short form. Okay. External, KEXT for external. The thickness and then your name. Then you say OK. Then now you're going to change the measurement. Okay. But here is gray off. You cannot click it. So you click edit here. Click this button here. And here you can change the thickness. I click this and I replace it to 150. Okay. If you have additional layer, that is those are unnecessary. Okay, now I only have this one layer of structure. It's correct. Okay, if you have multiple layer, you can click select the layer and click delete. Delete. This core boundary is okay, just remain it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. So it's break common 150. I say okay. I say okay. I changed the thickness already. So now it's 150 under your own name, rocks. So now I can, from the column, I can click to start the wall and then stop it at the grid or at another column. Okay, one more time, I click architecture wall, architecture. The shortcut key is WA on your keyboard, as you can see in the bracket here, in the intro brief here. So WA, from the column, I click to start, and then I click to end it. So everyone, you shall complete your wall placement also. So for wall placement, we will separate it into two types. One is external wall, one is internal wall. At least two types. You can have more than two types because maybe your design is different and so on. So for internal wall, this one I will delete it. I will do it separately. Okay. So we have external wall. I go wall, architecture wall. We have external wall. Now, how to create one for internal wall? So I click edit tab again. So now I click duplicate. I create one for, I rename this one for internal wall, INT. I say okay. I can remain, it's 150 thickness, I can remain. I say okay. So now I have another option is internal wall internal. Okay. So this one is to be used to draw the internal wall. Okay, make sure when you draw your wall, you can check here, it must be in height. And here it asks you how high is your wall you want it to be. The top constraint, you change it to level 1 so that it stops at level 1. So when you look at the elevation, currently, you can see the wall is very high. This is a wall. Right? It goes up to 8 meters, more than level 1, 8 meters here, as you can see. Okay, so this is because our settings here, when we draw, we're supposed to set it to the top constraint, set it to level 1. Then it can identify, it knows that it's 3.5 meters. So it will stop here. Supposed to set this before we draw lah. But even after we draw, we can select them and change them also. Okay, I can hold control and click the items to multiple select them. Then I change this to level, stop at level 1. Okay, yeah. This I can delete it, unnecessary one. So you need to have at least 2 types of wall. One is exterior, one is interior. Next week, we'll learn how to customize the color and so on, the painting, the materials. Okay, so for today class, okay, just now I mentioned about the UK library, right? We go to insert, load family, and then you can see this UK folder. Okay, this UK folder, for your information, where is it? If I go up a few times, the folders a few times, actually in my libraries folder, and then English folder, UK folder, and then it is here, all the category of items. It is like a if for students who know SketchUp, especially architecture students, this is a bit like your SketchUp warehouse, but this is the default one that's already downloaded in your computer. Okay, so you have multiple categories of wall, columns, windows, human figure, plants, and so on here. Yeah. So today we learn about columns, structural columns. Okay, so any student cannot find this UK folder, you can type at the chat box, let us know. You cannot find this UK folder. Tell us now in the chat box. Okay, please scan this tutorial QR code now. For all students from both Monday and Thursday group, please scan this QR code now. Okay, for students who cannot find the UK folder, okay, I've shared with you a link for your reference in our Telegram group. It's for you to download the UK library folder. Okay, it's actually available in Autodec's official website. Here, okay. Yeah, you need to make sure you have signed in and so on. So you scroll down, you choose your version, you scroll down, and you go to look for the UK English content. It's about 1 GB around that. Quite a big file. So need some time to run it. Once you have downloaded it, then you need to go to your download folder to double click and install it. You just have to do it one time, and then in the future it will be always available. When you click in the Revit, you insert the family, you can find this folder. Okay, it brings you to the link. Yeah, go for your exact version. If you are using 2025, then you need to download 2025 version. If you are using 2026, then you need to look for the 2026 UK library. You can search in the Autodesk here also. Can. Okay. Library folder. If you are using 2025, you shall not use 2026 UK library. Okay. It might be not compatible. Okay. It has to be version specific. Okay. Okay, so after today class, okay, by next week class, we will see, we will look in, we will see everyone in the class. You have your image imported and scaled correctly. You have your grid position correctly. You have your columns added in with the proper size columns. Okay, 150 by 300, and name it correctly. And then your exterior wall and interior wall position. Okay, for wall and column, you can do some customization, like 20 to 30% of it. So it doesn't have to be same. It must not be same. Okay, if everything you follow the same, then in terms of the creativity and the uniqueness, okay, you got lower marks. So you need to do minor customization. Okay, so you need to think about where you want to place your living room, your kitchen, okay, and your bedroom. You need to have minimum one bedroom, okay, of course, and then kitchen, dining, and living area, and storeroom, and so on. Okay, so you place your space now. You plan your space now. Next week class, because later next week class we will add in doors and windows. We will add in your furniture, and we will add in the flooring and then the roof and so on. So this week, do it accordingly, following the progress. Okay. Yeah. Okay, go try to look for the UK folder instead of US. Okay, if you don't have the UK, go to download it. It's around 1 GB. As a link share in my Telegram, our Telegram. Okay. So any issue, you can ask in the group. Do not avoid to PM. Okay, do not PM. Do not private message. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all for today. Class. Make sure you have scanned your tutorial QR. So thank you everyone. You have just done our first class of BIM Revit software. So we'll meet in week 4, back to normal physically, Monday and Thursday class accordingly. Okay, so happy holiday, happy Chinese New Year to everyone. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you.